Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit the ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Okay guys, let's take a look at the euro currency. Well, today we will dig in details because as you can see on this chart, we are mostly interested in detailed picture of the daily euro currency, since our nearest term expectation is based on the two patterns that are forming here. And we have discussed this also in details in our weekly research. So now we have the new session that has passed, and it carries a lot of nuances that could be really crucial for the development. During weekend we said that two patterns could appear here. The first pattern is bullish stop grabber. It's right here, okay, and this pattern is still valid. This pattern assumes at minimum the taking out of these highs. That's the minimum target. Also, this pattern in general could become the trigger pattern for a further upward action. That's also sometimes happening. Well, another pattern that is forming here and also has been confirmed by this moment is some sort of the double ripple sell lookalike pattern, because we have thrust up, although it's not perfect, as you can see on the big scale. Thrust up, okay, close below the 3x3 moving average, this green line, close above, and yesterday that was close below. That is the confirmation bar for double ripple pattern. Well, and this pattern is contradictive pattern for stop grabber, because this is some sort of the reversal pattern, at least lookalike pattern. It's not perfect. And this target of this pattern, usually the 50% support of the whole thrust to the upside. That's around 130.50 area. It's right here. Well, in general, I do not like this double ripple pattern by two reasons. The first one is the thrust. That is not very reliable at my thought, because you can see it's deep retracements. Thrust up, deep retracement, almost 50%. Again, deep retracement. Here is also some sort of the retracement. Second, we do not have second top of the double ripple. The double ripple pattern by its nature suggests that market should show some sort of the attempt to continue move higher but failed. And particularly by this action, usually the second top forms on the double ripple pattern. But here we do not see this. In fact, market hasn't formed the second top at all, so it means that market hasn't tried to continue move higher on Monday. That was no attempt to continue move higher. And that is not normal for double ripple pattern, for the mechanics of the double ripple pattern. That's why I do not like this pattern at all here. What does it mean for us? I do not want to say that it will not work, because sometimes I have seen such double ripples that it's very difficult was to imagine that they will work. It's really was very bad looking patterns, but they worked, and in general they reach even the target and so on. So it's very difficult to predict right now will it work or not. But I suspect that we could get the double ripple failure pattern here. At least recall what we have discussed. Our perfect scenario was to see the upward continuation on Monday, getting the second top of the double ripple and failure. By this action, market could first accomplish the target of the stop grabber and complete this pattern. Second, market could accomplish also the double ripple. So they were not contradictive patterns, but they add each other. But here the situation is falling to a sophisticated way of development. As we said previously, the most unwelcome development is if market will show the confirmation double ripple that has happened by this close, and simultaneously will keep valid the stop grabber. That will be a mostly tricky situation in the euro currency. Well, but if we will take a look on the intraday charts and in general take a look at this development, now guys, I think that's my I sense that the chances are greater that market probably will follow to the upside, at least taking out of these highs, rather than starting moving with the double repo pattern. Mostly because I do not like this double repo, but the reasons that I have just announced. And my feel is that better to stick with the stop grabber pattern, because this pattern is valid and it has the normal appearing on the chart compared to the double repo. Double repo looks ugly currently on the euro currency. It's not very impressive, and it's rather far from the perfect looking of the double repo pattern. That's why I suggest that until market this holds, probably it's better to not take the short position, or at least some intraday significant levels will hold. It's better to step aside from the short position, although you have the confirmed double repo sell pattern. Well, if you would like to avoid overall this tricky situation, is better to you could just stand flat and see what will happen next, because just understand that since this is the completed bearish reversal pattern, and if it will fail, that will carry significant meaning for us, because that will be not just the stop grabber, but that will be also the failed double repo sell pattern, and that probably will lead us not to just taking out of these highs, but probably to some further continuation to the upside. Because when the double repo fails, it very rare shows just some splash to the upside and turning to the downside. Sometimes this happens, but in most cases when the double repo fails, usually it leads to some further continuation. That's why this particular candle and overall situation holds the significant meaning for us, and I suspect that we will see some upward action. Well, if you'll take a look at the 4-hour time frame chart, you'll see the setup that we have discussed previously. We said that market probably will show some retracement to the downside, approximately 50%, since euro currency likes to show the 50% retracements. That has happened. And also take a look what we have currently. We have bullish stop grabber here, here, and here. That is the way of the stop grabbers that I like to see, because they stand in favor of the previous thrusting action. So I would like to see thrust, retracement, appearing of the stop grabbers right at the retracement. That points on the taking out of these highs and upward continuation. So this overall picture looks like the situation for the upward continuation, and probably we will see this. The target of these patterns is at minimum these highs, and they should be taken out by this action to the upside. So if you're searching possibilities to enter long, that is not bad opportunity, trying to take the long position, although our major invalidation point stands right here. But you could, for instance, stick with this stop grabber or that stop grabber, and later on, if market will show some upward appreciation to the upside, you can move your stop to the break even and possess yourself for the trading of the big stop grabber on the daily time frame. I do not see any problems with it. This is absolutely normal thoughts and reasonable approach to the current situation. In current situation in general, I see that probably has more chances to develop to the upside, especially if market will move above the weekly pivot point. Since you can see market has tested it, moved below it, now is calling around. If market will return right back, well, that will probably tell us that upward action will follow. And in general, if you will take a look at the hourly time frame, you'll see that overall development currently absolutely doesn't destroy our initial plan. So I do not see any reasons to say that our relation with the bullish stop grabber pattern and counting on the possible upward action should be denied, because I don't see any reasons for that. Market hasn't erased any of our assumptions. It shows has retracement to the 50% support. Well, probably in the worst scenario, market could show some compounding retracement, some sort of the ABCD action to the downside, and will hold and still will hold the stop grabber, hold this butterfly opportunity. This could happen, but currently with these stop grabbers, we still could count on the upward action right from here, right from that moment. So probably we could see the upward action here. So that's been said, currently I do not see any signs of breaking and destroying of our analysis that we have made on the weekend concerning the potential bullish action and at least taking out of these highs. Now the market is developing absolutely in a row with our expectations. I do not see any flaws with current action that put under suspicion our expectation of further upward action. So if you search possibility to enter long, you probably could try to do this with the stops at minimum below this area, because that is the stop grabbers on the 4-hour time frame that suggest the taking out of these highs. If market will fall to the upside and move above the weekly pivot point, you could move your stop to the break even and turn to the trading of the daily stop grabber with the target above this high. So that is the solution. If market will show downward action and will fail here, well, it will mean that our bullish scenario absolutely will be vanished until market will be taken out of these lows. If this will happen, we'll discuss this possibility tomorrow, and if this will happen, we need to see how this will happen. So if it will be fast action, something of that sort, well, probably that will put under question the further upward development. But if this will be some gradual ABCD, just retracement to the downside, well, this still will keep the chances that the butterfly will start to move, but from just a bit lower levels. But again, existing of these patterns makes me think that market could start move to the upside right from this area. So currently I do not see any problems with our bullish scenario that we have made during the weekend.